I don't know, Dave, he said a few minutes, but you know, when you allow the African woman to be on the podium, then you know it's no longer a few minutes. But I want to thank all of you for being here, and especially at a convention, really to do something very unconventional, where all of you, and some of you as delegates, and some of you as candidates, and some of you just as voters, really saying, we want to make a difference. And this is a good example of what the world is crying for. This is a good example of saying, we as Americans, we won't sit by when things are happening around the world. And this is a very good example. It is a visible example of what the American people, you as voters, are saying, that in this election, you are looking for leaders who not just say what they say, but they are committed to keep what they say, and not only in your country, but even miles away. So again, many thanks have already been said to Gut Descent, and of course the school that has allowed us to be here, and of course the One Campaign itself for their advocacy and their leadership when it comes to the issues of extreme poverty, and making sure that poverty is history, but also as it affects orphans and vulnerable children. But why are we here? I mean, that question today is being asked, but I want us to believe that that very question will be asked years from now, when our children and our grandchildren will ask us the question, what did you do when HIV and AIDS was happening? What do we feel in our bodies and in our hearts when we hear that 25 million people have already died of AIDS? I think that should shake us. Not only to speak about it, but to do something about it. But even more is the fact that out of the 25 million people that have already died, 19 million of those are actually from sub-Saharan Africa. And the question comes, we can't continue seeing this happening over and over again. And this is why all of you have gathered here, is to come alongside those that are infected with HIV and AIDS, and those that are affected with HIV and AIDS in a lot of ways. And maybe in the few minutes that I have, I just want to share a little bit of my story. Not only have I lost both of my mother and father due to AIDS in 1993, I've lost a brother to AIDS, I've lost a sister to AIDS. And in 1997, I found out that I was HIV positive myself. But you know, there's nothing that would keep me away from becoming a voice, because AIDS likes to cover itself in silence. It wants to continue to cover itself when people say there's nothing we can do about it, to feel hopeless and overwhelmed, to feel that there is no hope. But today you all represent that there is something that can be done with HIV. When we say no to poverty, when we say we want every person living with HIV and AIDS to have access to treatment, when we say we'll come alongside those caregivers in many communities who would want to come alongside those that are dying, but they have no means. And yet today, you all come together and say, we are going to fill up these kits. You know, these things look very basic to you in countries like the US today. But I want to tell you that when my mother was about to die in 1993, I was 17 years old, we could not afford the antifungal cream that many of you today are going to pack into this caregiver kit. And World Vision cannot do it alone. You are part of that movement. You are part of that cause. Who doesn't want to see another woman, another mother, another sister, another brother die unpreventable death before their time is up, to give them a sense of dignity? And that is why you are all here. So I want to salute you on behalf of all so many people in Africa, but also around the world, of those people that live with HIV and AIDS. And really, you are empowered, and I know many of you already do this. This is why you're here. But go back to your communities. Continue to be voices of orphans and vulnerable children. Continue to be voices for those affected with HIV and AIDS. And even more on a practical way, you can even use caregiver kits in your own communities. This is doable. Look at the things today that you saw as you entered, it is doable. So again, these are some of the things that you can do, and of course there are different tables here where you can sign up and just say, I am in, I want to make a difference, so that one day I'll be seen as a leader who didn't just say I'll do something, but I was able to do something. So God bless you, and let's do